Hello, this is Dave for That's Us Gaming, and today I wanted to talk about Battalion 1944. Now, for those of you who don't know, Battalion 1944 was a Kickstarter project a while ago, and it did gain a lot of attention. It hit a lot of stretch goals, and yeah, it was something I was really looking forward to backing. It was promising a return to the golden age of World War II shooters. Now, it released in Steam Early Access a while ago, and to be perfectly honest with you, it had a very, very rocky reception, to say the least. It didn't help that I've not played the game. I was given my code, I put it in, and I couldn't play it. There was nobody playing. And it also doesn't help that the launcher that they have, when you launch from Steam, it launches in a separate launcher, and that wasn't very Steam Link friendly, unfortunately. So when I did manage to get time to try and play the game, I couldn't play it on the Steam Link. So they've just released a new update for the game. After the reception it received, they said that they've heard the community, they've heard the players, and Bulkhead Studios, who make the game, have said that they've got this new update, which includes a new Wartide 2.0, which they say is their crowning glory. You know, that's their main competitive game there. And to be honest with you, one thing I was very surprised by when I booted up the game was I could actually get a game. I was very, very surprised because I'll be honest with you, a lot of times I go to play on it and I just couldn't find a game. I occasionally went back to it now and then, but I wouldn't find anything. I think what they've done now is, by the look of it, there's the inclusion of bots, which is long overdue, really. That should have happened a long time ago, just to fill out the spaces for now. But from what I've played, I genuinely enjoyed it. It does feel like a bit of an old school shooter. Now, I played some Wartide 2.0. I'll be completely honest with you, I wasn't fussed, because it was essentially, it was just Counter-Strike Go. Just with a World War II skin. You know, there's two teams, attackers, defenders, plant the bomb, or, you know, defend, either one. And that's it. And this went on for so long. Now, I don't play Counter-Strike. I will completely level with you. If you like CSGO, honest to God, by all means, give this game a chance. I think you'd probably like it, because it did feel very CSGO. I liked the map that I was on and everything, but yeah, for somebody like me, one life, especially in games like this where you can round a corner and just get popped in the head, it wasn't great. It went on for so long as well. I think at one point we got to, I think it was something like 10-7 to the opposing side. And then it turned around and said fucking half time. Half time, 10 fucking rounds, seriously? So I quit shortly after that. I couldn't keep playing that. It was way too long. I spent so much time dead. But yeah, other than that though, like I said, the game played great, the game looked great. I didn't experience many bugs in Wartide at all, if any, really. The token system seemed a bit weird. If you killed somebody, if you grabbed their token, that was your currency then for the next round. You know, just like Counter-Strike, you have to buy your items and your grenades, etc. They give you a list of weapons you can buy. But as I say, you had the token system where you kill somebody, you can get their token, that goes into your personal balance. You get, you know, tokens for completing rounds, extra tokens for winning the rounds, etc. So yeah, it is pretty much CSGO. But in all fairness, I had 2 full squads and none of them were bots. So they must be doing something right, at least, because previously I couldn't find anybody online to play with at all. Now, the second thing I tried was arcade, and this was where I felt much more at home. Now, this gives you... There's no way to choose what you want to play, but it rotates team deathmatch, domination, capture the flag, and this was where I really thought this game shone. Wartide wasn't my cup of tea. As I say, it must have been a lot of people's, because there were a lot of people there. But this was what I was looking for in this game. Now, as I say, bots were introduced, so there were a lot of bots. But I don't mind that. I'm here to play the game. I'm going to be killed by bots, people, whatever. I'm that bleeding awful. But it was just genuinely fun. I had a couple of lagging issues, but then that's probably due to my machine or due to my internet. And really, the only bug I found was at the end of the game, when you press escape to leave the lobby, you just sort of stay there. And you've got to, like, manually exit. I never found a way to just load up another game without having to go back to the main menu. But I thought the maps were fantastic. I thought they looked great. I've heard some awful things about the maps. I've heard people really cutting into the maps. You know, just generic World War II. But what do you expect? It's World War II. There's only so much you can do that hasn't been done anyway. But I like the the mix of the ruined walls, going through the houses. I like that sort of stuff. You know, in a way, it was exactly what they said. You know, they wanted to bring it back to the golden age of World War II shooters. And that's exactly what they did. This update for me has been fantastic, because today I finally got to play the game that I backed. And it is the game that I backed because that was what I wanted. I wanted to play games that... Now, I've never been big on the PC, but I used to play a lot of the World War II games on the Xbox, etc. So for me, that was sort of what it felt like. It felt like a great little game to just take me back to the games I used to play. None of this, it doesn't try and overcomplicate things, and that's what I like. I think the graphics look good. They're not going to win any awards, don't get me wrong, but as long as the gameplay is nailed down, I don't think the graphics should be of the utmost importance. The guns feel quite good. Pretty much how I like the fact that other than, I think there was 2 instances where I was unable to select my gun at the beginning. That must have been a bug. Both times it was with the Axis, and both times was the domination playlist, but I wasn't able to choose my gun. But when you do load into the game, you choose your gun, and I mean, you can choose your sniper. There's no mess around with bloody kits and gadgets, etc. It's just proper old school. Choose your gun, get 1 smoke, you get 1 frag, pat on the bum, off you go. Some of the spawn choices, Jesus Christ. I thought my game had broken a few times because I was being spawned in a great big bloody horrible cloud of smoke. I think that was, well, when you're in domination, they spawn you on the flag, and if somebody is trying to capture that flag, they will always throw a smoke on it first, and that just disorientated me. I don't know why they don't put you slightly away from the flag when you spawn. I think that would have been a much easier choice, and I wouldn't have thought that my bloody computer was going mental. But yeah, it's a nice basic feel to it, and as I say, that was what I was looking for when I backed the game. I read everything. I thought, wow, this is what I've been missing. Call of Duty went off and went absolutely mental. Battlefield was okay, but to be perfectly honest with you, I wasn't fussed when they started adding gadgets. They started adding extra bloody bits and bobs and doodads. It just, Battlefield got too complex for my liking. You know, too many unlockables, too many this, too many that. In fact, lately I've been playing Battlefield 1943 on the Xbox One, the old 360 arcade version, and just having those three, you know, the whether you have the rifle, whether you have the sniper, or if you have the, you know, the submachine gun, just having those three, that's more than enough for what I need. That's perfect. And to be perfectly honest with you, I think that was what I liked about my time with Battalion. It was the fact that they didn't over encumber you with options. You know, it's pick your gun and off you go. And what we have to remember is this is still an early access game. There's still a lot more they can do. I'm really hoping that with this now, they have shown that they can make a great game. I would say if you are into your old school World War II games and, you know, you're looking for something old school but new, if you sort of get my meaning, a bit like Quake Champions, something that feels old but has new support, etc. I would definitely recommend this game. As I say, now that they've had bot filling, etc., and also the fact that they have Wartide, which, as I say, if you're, a lot of people are, if you're a fan of Counter-Strike, if you want something different, you know, like the World War II setting, you've got that. If you want to take a break from that, you can go over to the arcade where you, as I say, you've got like the standard team deathmatch. I think just having those two options there, really, it gives you like the full package, I suppose. You've got the tight, worrying, single life Counter-Strike, and then you've got the mess around option then with, like, as I say, the team deathmatch, the respawning, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, I would recommend this, and thank you very much for listening if you made it this far. Bye.